Okay, so this is Masterpiece Arcee, MP51 in her alt mode, and I think this is a beautiful, beautiful figure. I love these colours. So Arcee's alt mode is what they call a supercar, or a Cybertronian sports car of sorts. It reminds me of the car from Wacky Racers, Penelope Pitstop's car, and it also reminds me of the car from the intro of the Pink Panther, and I think that's this long bonnet section here. I think you call that a hood over in America. Now here we can see the alt mode from the front, and I know a lot of you like to see the rear. There it is from the side, there it is from the top, and here it is from underneath. And you can also have a little look inside at the dashboard there, which I think looks fantastic. I love that steering wheel. It's left-hand drive, which is wrong, but there you go. I have recently transformed this from robot mode for the first time, and I've got a few gaps around here which weren't there when I first opened her up. So I've obviously put something together not quite right. There's a little gap there, which I don't remember being there at the start. But anyway, we'll probably give her a little fiddle and see if we can sort those gaps out for later. Now, I think the colours and paintwork on this are fantastic. I have no quibbles or anything, and I've literally only just noticed that there's a triangular accent to the grey there. For some reason I thought it was just grey down here. I've literally just had a Mandela effect memory. I do not remember this triangular grey section. I thought only the door was grey, so that actually looks better than I thought. This, not sure what this is. The mobile phone aerial will pop off, just in case you fancy taking that off while you transform it to protect her, which I think is a neat addition. I like the clear blue windscreen, and I love the blue Autobot logo on the front. Excuse my juddery hand. And there's some paint apps here, like this grey piece, which is nice. We could have painted this indicator perhaps, but we didn't. So all in all, I think Arcee is a beautiful, beautiful car, and I do like those rear lights. Very, very 80s. Now, when it comes to rolling, let's have a look. Will she roll? She's a bit stiff. I think half the time you have to make sure everything is tucked away nicely on the floor, and these wheels are very, very thin. There's not a lot going on there. Again, they are plastic. I would rather they were rubber, Hasbro. Can I please have rubber tyres back? She rolls quite well. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not really going to be something you're going to be playing with, is it? When it comes to accessories, you can plug a lot of these things in. You can plug the rifle on the side here, which looks interesting, I suppose. You can't do anything with, excuse me, the faces in this mode. However, you can put on the Transformers toasting fork, which is correctly known as the Crusher, and it pops on underneath here, I believe. Just pops in that. Oh no, it doesn't. It attaches to my hand for some reason. It really didn't want to go on. There's a little slot underneath here, just in front of that front wheel there, and that will peg in. But for some reason my hands are very greasy today. Must have been eating a lot of greasy food of late. Anyway, that should peg in. There we go. The gun's fallen off. And there you can recreate the Crusher scene with the toasting fork. It won't spin. I think it was meant to come out of the wheel in the movie, but I don't really remember. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering again. This window has a bit of flex. Is it supposed to be there or there? You tell me, man. I just work here. I'm going to put it up. Anyway, that is Arcee in her alt mode, which I think you'll agree is very pretty. I do love this style of pink. And let's get her transformed into robot mode and have a look at that. Okay, so here is Masterpiece 51 Arcee in her robot mode, which I think looks absolutely fabulous. I don't mean fabulous because it's pink, because it's fabulous because it is amazing, in my opinion. Now we'll start off having a look at the head sculpt. I think you'll agree that her head looks wonderful. You can change the faceplates, and I think I might have put a faceplate in wrong there. So I'll show you how this works. You open the top of the head, and then you can slide the face out, and then you can grab another faceplate, and then there are some slots in there which you can just about make out. And then you can slide the face back in. Now this is always easier said than done. I'm going to slide it in, there's two slots, I'm going to slide it in the furthermost slots, because I'll show you she also has another little gimmick where you can bring out this little visor and put it down over the head for some awesome 80s shades and visor action there. But anyway, let's flip that back out of the way. Much like the Studio Series 86 Hot Rod, he had the same gimmick. From the front, Arcee looks amazing. Here is Arcee from the side. Here is Arcee from the back. Arcee from the top. And everyone's favourite, Arcee from the bottom. Now I will say I've mistransformed that little Autobot panel because I keep scratching the paint slightly when I'm trying to move that with my fingernail. So I'm going to leave it in that position, but it will flip over and cover it up to be a plain panel instead. Now I think the paint taps on this are very nice. You can't really tell where the paint has been added. I can't see many bleeds or anything. These sort of peachy areas on the biceps are all painted. The face obviously is painted very well, I must add, and some of the areas around the car are painted, I think, like this. But I think, all in all, this is a very well painted figure. This Autobot logo on the chest here is very clear. This little panel here is also very clear and very tidy. We always like clean and tidy. Now, when it comes to kibble, hollow bits and backpacks, I think we'll always come to see this. The biggest backpack in the world. I'm not too bothered about it. If you look at it from the side, it looks a bit terrible. From the back, it actually looks okay. However, from the front, I think it's not too bad. I like to see my figures from the front anyway, or they're usually in alt mode, I have to say. So I think she looks pretty damn good. However, there is no escaping the size of that backpack. Did I just say backpack? Backpack. Now, she is a hefty lump. She weighs a fair piece. And let's bring in another figure for size comparisons. Here is Earthrise Cliffjumper. And I think you'll see that he is less than half the height of Arcee. He is a very small boy, and Arcee is a very big girl. However, compared to other Masterpiece figures, I couldn't really tell you because I don't have any on hand. Now, when it comes to joints and articulation, her head will spin 360 degrees, and she also has an intriguing neck, so you can give her the turtleneck look, or set the neck back, or even have the neck very high up indeed, like so. I'm not sure which is correct, set back a bit or high up. If any experts are out there, please let me know. I have it set back a bit myself. I think it helps with the centre of gravity, because this figure is a little bit fiddly to get to stand. I mean, she's wobbling a bit there, but the slightest press and she will fall over very easily, like a drunk person. Anyway, other joints, her arms will spin all the way around. She also has that butterfly joint there. She can lift the arm up and down. The bicep will rotate and lift. She can do the dumbbell curls. The wrist will rotate and the hands will open, although they are a little stiff on mine, which I suppose is more of a good thing. Her waist will turn, although it feels a bit sloppy. It's not a very tight joint, this one. The legs will extend outwards. She can't do much more of the splits than that, though. They will kick forward on a nice ratchet, but not kick back. The knees will bend like so, but they won't over kick forward because they close together nicely here. The ankles will twist forwards and back, and they also have some very, very stiff rock, which I find, let me get that in shot, is only easiest by holding it down and rocking on it. The toes also move, but these are very loose and no good for posing. Are we still in a pose? Yes, we are. My word, I didn't think she was going to stand after all that. No, she's not. You have to have a slight knee bend and adjust your ankle center of gravity, and she will stand. Anyway, that's the robot mode. Let's have a look at the accessories. Now, Arcee comes with a plethora of accessories. One being this rather nice large rifle here, which is well painted, and we can see that it will slot into her hands. I'm not going to do that. Or you can slot it into this piece here as a kind of storage method. She also comes with this nice pink rifle blaster thing, which again will fit into her hand. However, I think this is more for this holster here. And this holster will plug into her thigh, and then said blaster will fit into the holster, like so. There you go. If you don't fancy putting it in her hand, you can hold it in the holster. I don't think the rifle will fit in the holster. I haven't actually tried that one. As I told you earlier, she also comes with extra faces. Let's have a look at those now. Now, this is the first one. I guess this is more of a concerned, interested look there. This is sort of a generic smile, perhaps. That's more of a smile, more of a happy smile there. And obviously the fourth one there is the surprised look, perhaps. I don't know. What expression would you call that? She also comes with the pistol from that one scene in Transformers the movie, which you'll have seen the screenshot of many, many times. I find it difficult to get this gun to hold in her hands very well. You may have better luck. But I do think it's a nice pistol for what it is. It is very small. You can see it in my big, chunky, sweaty hands there. And obviously she comes with 3 blast effects, which I'm not really much of a fan of. I know a lot of you guys are. I just see this as extra plastic, which I'd rather not pay for. However, if you like them, they're good for dioramas and action scenes and the like. So anyway, all in all, I think Masterpiece Arcee is a fantastic figure, and I'm probably going to go out there and say my favourite figure I have reviewed so far on this channel, and that is saying a lot.